I know, it's been a while. It's been a long time since I've done a long format video. I don't know what is happening. This inconsistency is not usually me, but I'm sorry. That's all I can say. I have absolutely no excuse. I'm here. I hope you are here, and I hope you enjoy watching this video because we are going back to my old school favorites, monthly favorite, March. Some new skincare, some new makeup brands that I have discovered. Oh, by the way, for anyone new, for anyone who has forgotten me, I'm Shweta Vijay. Welcome back to my channel, guys. We are going through some trying times with the war. Things are so uncertain. A lot of us are going through anxiety, uncertainty, anxiousness. I really thought in the beginning of the year that this was it. Since 2020, things have just been like this, So considering how uncertain times are and the ripple effect, the butterfly effect that it has caused, the war, it has even reached our home turf. There's a lot of Indian brands that are, bearing the brunt of it. It is my duty as a content creator to continue the monthly favorites and continue showcasing and highlighting some brands that deserve your love, your support, your money. I really don't know how to do this anymore. I don't know how to start. So be patient with me. I'll get into the flow of things. Let's begin. You know what to do. Hit that subscribe button. Please do follow me out here. I do want to feel a little more inspired to be here on YouTube because I was really inspired to be on Instagram, which is @ShwetaVijayNair. I'm a lot more active out there. We shall change that. Okay, the first product is from this brand called the Skin. This is the effortless melting cleanser which removes makeup, it removes dirt, it removes sunscreen. Your morning skincare, this is just going to take it off. Now, what I love about this, it is exceptional. It has got no oil, it's got no alcohol, and I still don't know how it works. I did meet the founder of Skin, and she's like this mad scientist, the kind of things that she is coming up with for this lab, woman-owned, very young, independent brand that deserves a lot more love. It deserves that slight push, and of all the products that I've tried, because she's got some really, I think around 5 of them, which is my favorite. This is my number one. Now, this even takes off permanent marker. Guys, I'm not joking. I'm just going to insert a clip out here. When I was in the office, I was playing around with permanent marker and she was like, just apply this, and it took off permanent marker. So whatever your makeup is, your stubborn waterproof makeup, waterproof mascara, glitter eye makeup, your really stubborn long-lasting lipstick, this is going to take everything off and it's going to make you look so clean. Like it's going to give you this clean slate, and yet there is no oily residue out here. There are times when I skip even a face wash when I apply this. So this is a must-have, a travel must-have, because when you're partying, you've gone out, you just want to come back and you're too lazy to do the whole 9 of a double cleanse or a triple cleanse. I'm talking about micellar water and then an oil cleanser and then a face wash. You just need to apply this all over your face, gently massage it for around 60 seconds and then wash it off. Clean slate. Clean slate. And then it's not going to leave your skin feeling dehydrated. It leaves it really nice and soft, but not oily, not tacky. Please get this. All right, let's move on to a hair care product. And this is Days Ahead, a new brand. Again, not many people are talking about it. I don't think many have discovered it as of yet. They are about a month or 2 old. But I got this in the month of December. They sent me this just to test it out and I was completely wowed by it. Now, scalp exfoliation is extremely important. If you have not started that in your hair care routine, please don't waste any more time. Start doing it. I incorporated scalp exfoliation once a week, and that has brought about tremendous change to my hair care routine. And sometimes just a shampoo doesn't do the trick. You need some pre-wash sort of a routine that is just going to exfoliate your scalp, and this does that. Now this has got AHA, this has got Cica, and this has also got ceramide, and usually this comes with a scalp exfoliator, so you've got everything intact in this kit. So what you need to do is you just apply this all over your dry scalp before you get into your shower routine. Nicely massage it with the scalp exfoliator, leave it on for around 10 minutes, and then go about with your shower routine, with your shampoo and your conditioner. I would say do this once a week. Make this a part of your routine, and you will then come up to me. You come under this video and you let me know after about a month or two how your hair is behaving. It just makes your scalp behave so well. Whatever build up, it just kind of like takes that away. So if you've got, dandruff issues, these are the kind of things that you need to work around with. If you've got a very oily scalp, very quickly your scalp gets oily. That's a lot of product buildup. Again, this is going to help you. I love it. And they've got so many wonderful ingredients in that. Go check out Days Ahead, because they are days ahead. They've got the name right out here. A beautiful scalp exfoliator and a beautiful brand that you really need to pay attention to. And I think with the right audience, with the right help, and through word of mouth, this is a brand that you'll be hearing a lot more about by end of this year or early next year, because once you discover them, then I don't think you're going to be trying other scalp exfoliator, other products, because again, really very insightful founder that knows his stuff. So yeah, let's go on to the next. So this brand called Nuede Skin, I was actually very curious to know more about this brand because it was always on my feed. And all of my favorite content creators, my skincare enthusiasts, would talk about Nuede Skin. And eventually I tried this one product. Now I am super impressed. Now this has got 5.25% arginine amplified peptide. Now, as you know, they call this peptide like Botox, in a bottle. It's not. What it really does is it's just going to kind of like ease the effect of your fine lines ever so slightly. And 5.25% is a great percentage for it. Plus it's got milk peptide, then it's got vitamin C, and then it's got ceramides, and it's also got, wait for it, mandelic acid. Now, I don't think I have come across skincare that plays with mandelic acid and vitamin C. The combination of these two, it's a fantastic match, and I'll tell you why. Now, mandelic acid is a very gentler form of exfoliator, okay? So it gently exfoliates. So people who've got sensitive skin, I always recommend a mandelic or a lactic, more than various others like glycolic. I feel mandelic is a lot more gentler, and if you've got sensitive skin, it's going to help you. And it's pregnancy friendly, it's also breastfeeding friendly. And what it really does, it just boosts skin renewal because it's rejuvenating your skin. And then you've got the vitamin C combination out here that adds that glow, that adds, the much required sort of effect that a vitamin C should give you. That's what this does. Then it's got ceramides, it's got peptides. So eventually, when you start playing around with it, about a month or two, you're going to see a significant difference. Your skin is going to love it. I give a break from retinol, Tret, whatever. I just apply this, apply moisturizer, and I go to sleep. Now, if you want to apply this in the morning, just make sure you follow it up with a very good sunscreen. But if ever Nykaa goes on a sale, please stock this one up. It is so good. I am moving on to a hair care product, and this is from Shesha Ayurveda. It's a root touch-up powder. I know a lot of brands are doing these root touch-up powder, but for me, in my opinion, Shesha has completely nailed it. And I trust Shesha as a brand. It's an Ayurveda brand. Not that, because they're an Ayurveda brand, this makes it the best. It's just the way it performs. Now, I've got dark brown and I've also got black. But there are days when I prefer the black a little more than dark brown, though my hair is brown, okay? It's got a mirror. It's a simple powder that just doesn't look too chalky, and it doesn't leave a grit. So towards the end of it, you're going to get this sponge. And why I like it is because I always have this in my handbag. So just before I step out, I will just do a slight touch up right here before I, enter a restaurant, or if I have a meeting, wherever my roots are showing, I'll just rub it on that. And voila, it covers so well. And it's not only for gray root touch-up. If you have scanty hair, for example, if you're thinning right over here, you've got a little bit of that bald spot. Now, I don't have a bald spot, but I do have white hair out here that reflects the light and shows as if I've got a bald spot. So I'm just going to show you how this one is. And it looks all the more fuller. I'm talking about the hairline. It is fantastic. And it stays for a day. Like even if the next day when you're putting over and above the existing little bit of that root touch-up powder, that is on your scalp. It's not leaving a grit, it's not leaving it oily, there's no like heaviness. Like, you know, I love my root touch-up sprays from L'Oreal. I love it. No, I mean, that's an easy one. That's an easy process to, you know, you can just target it. But eventually there is a slight stickiness, a slight tackiness that happens. There's nothing like this with this root touch-up powder. And I've tried a lot of root touch-up powder, you guys. And easy to just, you know, put this in your handbag and do touch-up on the go and call it a day. So yeah, let's move on to the next one. Okay, so we are moving on to 2 sunscreens. Beautiful discoveries. One is Deconstruct Gel Sunscreen, Broad Spectrum Protection, SPF 50, PA 4+. It's got new gen filters out here, you know, like Tinosorb S, Tinosorb M, Luminal A, and T150. It is such a beautiful gel sunscreen. When they say gel sunscreen, I expected like a gel format, but no, this has got like a creamy white format, but it's a beautiful texture, beautiful consistency that the skin easily absorbs, leaving absolutely no white cast. It is matte, so if you've got oily skin, you're going to love this sunscreen, and it protects. Guys, Deconstruct is such a fantastic brand. They really are. And they're coming up with some really good skincare, new formulations, and they're just turning up a notch, you know. So if there are new sunscreens that you're looking out to introduce in your skincare routine, let Deconstruct be one of them, because again, in vivo tested, in vitro tested, they've got certifications intact. Another sunscreen that you can pay attention to is the Foxtale's Golden Hour Glow Sunscreen. Again, SPF 50, PA 4+, new gen filters. Beautiful, beautiful sunscreen this one is. Now, Foxtale is not, like, you know, I like their sunscreen, but it is not something that I usually pay attention to a lot. Now, this one is a lot more creamier. This again leaves no white cast, it just dissolves into the skin and it protects the skin. I traveled with these two and truly it protects. It protects your skin from UVA, which is aging, UVB, which is burning. Extremely important for sunscreens to do that. And the fact that even this one, they have come through with their certifications, you know, they're coming bold, loudly and strongly with some good filters out here that just protects. In my opinion, old filters, new filters, I know it's very, very debatable, but in my opinion, it's not something that really troubles me a lot. For me, it is all about the photo stability, okay? And that's what these two sunscreen provides for you. I like it. I love it, okay? Now, I know a lot more people are moving into the new gen filters, and that's why, you know, skincare brands here in India are stepping up the game. Now, I want to introduce you to Asaya's Advanced Spot Target Gel. If you've got acne and you've got those troublesome bumps, or if you've got like, you know, a little bumpy texture, please give this one a shot. I have played around with a lot of these spot targeting gels. I get a lot of brands, you guys, but I feel that this one really stands out for me because it's got alpha-arbutin here. It's got melamine complex, and it's also got spicules. It's got niacinamide. So something about alpha-arbutin, I love alpha-arbutin. It's a fantastic ingredient, and what it really does is for anybody that is suffering from post-acne marks or any sort of, you know, pigmentation, alpha-arbutin actually does a better job, I feel. But again, a very underrated ingredient, and I'm glad that they're playing with alpha-arbutin, niacinamide, and the spicules. And what spicules are, they are what Riedel has, you know, the VT Riedel shot. Those are small little spicules, small little needles. That feeling that you get as if, you know, you've been pricked by needles out here, like what they call it micro needling, which is not. But what spicules do, they kind of like prep your skin, and they make it ready for the next ingredient to seep into your skin even better. So the fact that they have spicules out here and they've got, you know, various other ingredients that kind of like helps with your acne and the spots and the scars that acne leaves behind. I love the design of this. The tip applicator is so fine, it is so flat, it dispenses the right amount of that gel product, and then you can just apply it onto the spots and you'll feel a little bit of that not overwhelming, prickly feeling like the VT Riedel shot does. That is really overwhelming. This is just that slight sort of sensation of that, you know, pricky sensation you get. And then you apply the product on top. Really beautiful, beautiful skincare product. Let's move on to some makeup. very exciting because I have discovered more and more makeup products. I have found my passion for makeup a lot more. And whenever I see a new makeup launch, I don't know, it has been appealing to me a lot more than skincare. Go figure. But makeup was something that always caught my fancy, always caught my interest before skincare got to me. I'm talking about when I started YouTube. I'm going to be introducing you to this brand called Just Gold. I'm sure you must have heard of Forever 52. I'm sure you must have heard of PAC. Come on, everybody loves their makeup products. But there is this one brand called Just Gold. So underrated. Not many people are talking about it. Not many have discovered it, excepting for makeup artists. Makeup artists use Just Gold items, and some of their products, their makeup brush, their what you call it, their contour, their bronzer, their blushes, their eye pencils are top notch. Top notch is not the word. Now I'm going to show you some of my favorites, which you have to go and pick up because they are long wearing, they are creamy, they are pigmented. Forget Forever 52, forget all of those eye pencils, you guys. Give Just Gold a chance. I know that when it comes to eye pencils, I've got a little bit of a weight out there because I know my eye pencils very well. My video still does well, you guys. Now, these are called Butter Kohl. It's got vitamin E and it's got B5. They are, I think, formulated in Germany, some in Italy. But I want you to take a look at the pigmentation, okay? Look how smooth that one is. Can you see how intense that black is and smooth? Now I'm going to show you another favorite color of mine, which always sells out, whenever I talk about it on Instagram. And this is called, what is it called? Galaxy? Yeah, I think this is called Galaxy. And this blue is out of the world. Out of the world. Look at that blue. It's got like tiny, I won't even say it's got specks of shimmer, but it's got that metallic sheen, but it's a very unique midnight blue. So if you are not a black eye pencil person, then please go for this. And if you are a brown eye pencil person, I want you to check this brown out. It is not your, the usual brown that you get. It's not your average brown. It's got a very cool toned sort of a brown eye pencil. It's not warm toned. Very, very unique. Again, extremely creamy. And this is not going to budge once it sets, yeah? So you've got about a minute to smudge if you want to smudge. And this brown is so unique because it's got that very cool toned grayish tint to it. And it gives you the most incredible smoky eyes. And of course, then there is a white. I've got literally all of their eye pencils because I love them so much. And I travel with them. And sometimes I even apply this as my eyeliner. And there is nothing I have to worry about because it stays. It just stays. And very difficult to take out even with a micellar water. And once it sets, it's like this. It's very, very difficult to take out. So you have to really put a lot of, a lot of force. Let me take this one off with salt skin. You will understand where I'm coming from. Wait. That's it. This is how salt skin works. There you go. Can you believe there's no oil or no alcohol in this? Beautiful. So you need something as strong as salt skin to take it out. You need a good micellar water. Now I want to show you a lipstick that I have enjoyed for its packaging. This is Love Child Masaba's Batua lipstick. Now I know you must have seen this all over social media, all over your feed. This is doing the rounds right now. People are calling this the MS bag. No, it's not. It reminds me of Guerlain lipstick. I'm going to insert some of the lipstick from Guerlain because Guerlain lipsticks have also got that mirror at the back, so it's easy for you to do a touch up on this. Look at that packaging, you guys. So this is something that you can just attach to your bag or you can attach to your waist chain, and then you just press it out here. The lipstick comes out. The outer packaging out here, as you can see, the embossment, it feels like leather. I don't know if it is. I don't think so. But it feels like that. Now, this is slightly on the pricier end, so keep that in mind. But What a beautiful color. So I'm just going to apply and show you how creamy. Now these lipsticks have got glitter around it. It's just a shame that when you are applying it, there is no glitter coming through. They should have had glitter in the lipstick, you know, and it should be a lot more matte. This is a lot more satin. It's got that satin shiny finish to it. Ideally, I'm not a big fan of the satin finish, but this one I like. I like the color as well. And this is called Crunchy Mirchi 01. They've got some beautiful colors out here, very brown skin friendly. Nobody does packaging like Masaba. This is a collector's item. So if you want a conversation starter and you want like a collector's item, you want something that is unique, then get this. And this also will make fantastic gifts, you know. Pigmentation, I don't like the aftertaste of it. That's the only thing I have a problem with these lipsticks. I wish it had a little bit of a scent. That aftertaste, that waxy taste, I'm not a big fan of, but the color is gorgeous. And I wish she comes out with matte shades, and she comes out with, you know, shimmer mattes, and she also comes with refillable ones. So you just need to buy the lipstick, you have the casing, and you know, it just makes it a lot more sustainable. Go get this, you guys. Nothing to complain about out here. But there's this one lipstick. Let me just take this one out. This one lipstick, you guys, it's not a lipstick, it's actually a matte lip balm. But the color, and this is from Tipsy Beauty, okay? So this is what it looks like, and it's called Mulberry Mochi. It is gorgeous. It's always sold out on Blinkit. I cannot stop wearing this because it's got this very soft matte blurring effect, as if, you know, you put a filter on your lips. I have a lot of these blurring pots, you know, from a lot of Korean brands, but I feel this one performs a lot better than those Korean ones. So I'm just going to show you. This is what the tip applicator looks like. Very cooling to touch. And I'm just going to take a little bit. It blurred all the lines. It's such a beautiful color. It's something that I wear to the gym as well. And if I want to go a little extra, yeah, it does transfer, but very subtle transfer, and it leaves a wonderful tint. And like I said, it's very, very hydrating. So it's not like your glossy lip balm. This is a matte one, but it's lovely. I love it. Nothing to complain about here. Go get it. They've got so many beautiful shades. In fact, I have placed an order for some extra ones. Beautiful. Tipsy Beauty doing fantastic things in terms of makeup, and their lipstick especially. They're standing out for me. Now, another makeup product that really stood out for me is this one. This is the Hydra Glow Tinted Sunscreen SPF 40 PA++ from K-Beauty. I'm in the shade medium. I've got medium tan. But I like medium because it's got that peachy undertone. That's what I have applied on my face today. Now, if you take a 2-finger rule with this sunscreen, it's going to be too much. You're not going to enjoy this because the coverage in this is phenomenal. Phenomenal for a tint. It's as if it's like a foundation with SPF 50, you know. I can't even say that this is a tint because this is a lot more heavier in terms of coverage. But it really makes my skin look natural. Once it settles down, my skin looks like skin. At the same time, I'm getting a little bit of that sun protection factor. I know PA++ is nothing, but this is not your first application, okay? I feel this is like that reapplication. So I would take a fluid sunscreen under this. I would apply that all over my face, and then I would wait for about 5 minutes, okay? And then I would go about with just a slight pump of this, and then dab it all over my face and then reapply. And even if I want to reapply during the day, touch up with this sunscreen is a lot more easier because of the tint out here. It is fantastic. I think K-Beauty is doing something so wonderful in her makeup department. Katrina is doing great things. And if you know how to play with this skin tint, you will enjoy it. If you use a 2-finger rule, it's going to look too cakey. You're not going to enjoy it. It's going to be a lot of product build up, pilling. And that is why many were like, oh, didn't work for me. It's how you work around with it. Take a little bit, use a damp, beauty sponge, Just dab, 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 or use your fingers, which works even better over here. And then you will really get the benefits of this. I like that it comes with a pump applicator. I'm going to show you the coverage of this, you guys. I mean, what is this? I have been reaching out to, skin tints a lot more. So that's it. Oh, there were so many more products because it's like 3 months pending. But those are my ultimate favorites, and I hope you come back for more. I hope you come back for a lot more video. I want to do the next one, which is, top 10 under 500. It's been ages since I've done that video, you guys. Please let me know what were your favorites in the month of Jan, Feb, March. Hang on, guys. Everything's going to be okay. I shall see you in my next. I love you. Bye for now.